Hello everyone, I'm Sagnik and I'm the co-founder and CEO here at WorkAt, and today we'll run you through a demo of how you can use our resume builder. Alright, so starting off with get started with clicking the get started button. Select the sign in with Google option and make sure you select your official email address, the email address that is provided to you by your college. Alright, so there are multiple ways in which you can get started with creating your own resume. The first way of creating your own resume is where you start building it from scratch. What you can do is you can either go ahead and select from a sample resume. So select a sample resume, click on open, and we have auto filled a resume structure for you. Alright, so that you can get started with it and start building a particular resume from here. So what we'll do is we'll select a template. All these templates are the ones that have been vetted and been used across a lot of job roles, a lot of hiring roles over the past few years, and these are all ATS friendly templates, so you can select any one of them depending on which one you like the most. Alright, so I'll select this one, and now I can start editing the how I want the resume to look like. Alright, so what I'll do is I don't want the photo, so I'll set it as hidden. I'll set my full name as Sagnik. My headline looks correct, my email address and my website looks correct. I can choose to add other fields over here as well. So you have already got multiple fields. I can choose to add some other fields as well. So I'll write Pune, Maharashtra. And do I want to add a particular field? Yes, maybe I want to add a field for, say, LinkedIn. Alright, so I can add LinkedIn over here. I have LinkedIn over here, I can set the name and the value, but I'll just leave it now. Alright. Next comes where you can write a brief summary of what your profile looks like. Essentially, if you are starting with building using your own existing resume that you have, this is something that's going to be inbuilt for you. Or you want the model or the WorkAt AI to generate a summary for you, you can just click on write for me. I want a short summary for my profile, which is of a co-founder with an experience in web dev and machine learning. Generate. Alright, so it has created the EA for me. Now I'll just click on improve writing so that it improves the content that has been written. So now we have a very short, sweet and concise summary that works and helps my profile stand out, because everyone has a very short attention span these days. So it's a very standout-ish resume that I have right now. Alright. So next thing I want to edit is, say, I want to edit my LinkedIn profiles, or I want to add a new, say I am from the technical domain, or I am from a design domain, so I want to add my portfolio. So what I can do is I can select my portfolio link. So say we want to add Behance over here, so I can add Behance and I can add my username, say Sagnik Ghosh, and I can add the link as well. I don't have a Behance link right now, so what I'll do is I'll just take it out as a guess. Behance.com/SagnikGhosh11, and I can select an icon. Alright, so what I can do is I'll go over here, I will search for the icon that I want to add. So maybe I want Behance as the icon. So I'll take this, I'll copy the name and I'll paste it over here. Alright. So I have added another link that I wanted to add. So if you can see, all the links have been added over here continuously. Alright. So similarly, I can add more experiences. I can go ahead and add, say, a multiple educations. Another thing that you can do over here is you can select the number of columns you want to show. You can edit the way you want to structure it, how you want it to be shown. You can also check which one you want to show, which one you don't want to show. So maybe this is something that you don't want to be visible, so you can just hide it from over here instead of just removing it. So you can control what goes out in every CV that you have. You can add more educational qualifications, you can add more experiences. Say you have earlier worked on some different kinds of awards, you have received multiple certifications, you can add all of them over here. One more thing that you need to keep a track of here is Also, in case you want to add a new section, you have done something very unique. Say you are a particular portfolio designer, you have say multiple sort of projects that you have worked on that you don't want to put into particular criteria. You can add your custom sections as well according to the way you want to add it. Now, going back to how you can style this thing, you can select how you want to design. You want it to be into a 2-page format or single page format. So here, as you can see that the certifications has gone beyond my page screen. All right, so what I want to do is I want to add it to a new page. So I'll just add a new page over here, select certifications, and I'll move it to page number 2. All right, so that looks good. My certifications gone to page 2. Maybe what I'll do is I'll also move my profiles under certifications. So I'll select my profiles and I'll move it under certifications, below certifications. Right, this looks good. Now I want my education to come over experience. So first my person should go to my education, then the experience. So I'll move my education over my experience, and now it looks much more cleaner. All right, I can also change the kind of font I want to use. So I can select any particular kind of font. IBM Plex looks pretty. I am sending it to a pretty old team, so I want the font size to be bigger. So I have increased my font size, and I like blue as a color. So I'll use blue as a format color. I can choose any color I want to. I can use gray as well. Gray makes it look very clean. All right, and you can choose because different countries have different formats in which they want their CVs. So in some places you might have to send out a letter-based format. In some places you might have to send out an A4 format. So make sure you go ahead and check what format is suitable for the role that you're applying for. We have an inbuilt ATS analysis as well, so you can directly click on the analyze resume part. What we do over here is we generate a PDF copy of the CV that you have worked on. We take that PDF copy and we run a detailed analysis, ATS analysis on what can be done differently, how you can improve how your CV or the resume looks like, and how what are the changes that you should make in order to make it stand out. So we'll wait for a few minutes because it takes a certain amount of time to generate the ATS feedback from the CV that you have. Also, sometimes there are situations where you might not want to go ahead and say export this PDF, and you want to keep a track of how many people have actually gone ahead and seen your resume, gone ahead and seen your CV. So what you can actually do is, instead of taking a PDF format of it, uploading it in Drive, what will happen essentially over there is you will not have the chance to see whether they have actually opened your CV or not. What you can do other ways is you can set this link to be URL, and you can copy this link and send it to anyone across the globe, whoever you want to share it with. All right, so when you share it with someone, they're able to see a PDF format or a PDF version of the CV that you have created. If they want, they can go ahead and export it. They can go ahead and print it for their own internal use cases, but this gives you the chance to actually keep a track of how people have been seeing your ATS and how people have been using it. All right, so my ATS analysis is complete. So I've gotten a 75% overall score with a 65% match rate. All right, that's good. These are the things that should have been added to my CV based on the profile that I've worked on. So maybe I can work on adding this stuff manually in say some projects or in some skills that I'm working on. Then if I look at the keyword optimizations, these are some improvements that I need to make. So I need to research target job description and incorporate relevant keywords. So I need to take the keywords that are suitable for the roles or the projects that I'm searching for. And then I need to improve my experience and the skill balance. So it gives a very detailed feedback on what you can do differently to make this resume stand out for all ATSs and for people who are coming to, who are seeing your PDF for the first time. All right. So this is more or less it. This gives an overall suggestion. Coming to the statistics part, what I'll do is I'll try to refresh this page once. So what will happen is you'll be able to understand how the statistics part of it works. So I'll refresh the page. And if I go and look at the statistics, it has shown 1 views because I had viewed it. So what happens, it gives you a track of seeing how many people are actually viewing the PDF that we're creating. And instead of just being in the dark that okay, I've shared my Drive link but I don't know who has seen it and who has not seen it, this gives you a chance to actually see if they've actually gone ahead and viewed your resume or not. Other way around, you can just directly download a PDF version of your resume. You create a PDF and you download it, and then you can send it to your recruiters or upload it on job portals. All right, And I think that's more or less it about how this entire resume platform works, how we build it, how you can go ahead and build your own resume. In case you have any questions, you want to ask us anything, feel free to drop us a message. All right, you will always find a link to reaching out to us via join Discord. You can send a message to us directly on our Discord channel. All right, in case you do find some error or something that's not working for you, feel free to reach out to us by clicking on send a message button. It's a direct access to our email addresses. You can also we do believe that every job role requires a separate profile of its own or separate CV of its own. So in case you have specific information that you want to write, that I have sent the CV to say ABC companies, you can actually store it out over here and keep a track and keep a note of what you have done. Once you download it, this is how your downloaded CV looks like. It looks pretty clean. It looks a pretty decent resume, and I think this is something that every recruiter, even we as a recruiter, want to see a CV that is as clean as this. Because the thing is, we go through so many resumes in a day, we do get bored of seeing them day in and day out. So this is an absolute clean way of making a resume, making things work out. All right, and I think that's more or less it. In case you already have an existing CV and you want to use that to go ahead and build your resume, there are two ways in which you can do it. You can either directly export your LinkedIn data that you have, upload that zip file over here. We take your entire LinkedIn data and we take the data from it and we validate and create the resume from it. Other way around, if you already have an existing PDF resume, select the existing PDF resume that you have, click on validate. This process actually ends up finding whether your CV is currently validated or not, how ATS friendly it is, and what are the kinds of data that we can extract from it. Once we extract the data that is present in it, we import it into the current format of the CVs that we have. And once you have the imported CV, you can now work on editing this. You can now work on creating a newer design. You can work on creating different formats out of it, change the color schemes, change the data on it. You can do a lot of things out here. All right. And we can't wait to see how you build your own CVs, and we wish you all the very best for your job search process. So till then, hope you have a great day ahead, and cheers. Have a good day. Bye bye.